Hello there, non-existent YouTube audience. My name is Uzibi, and this is going to be a bit of a rant with some structure. I'm gonna try to keep you under 5 minutes. So please don't leave. Watch to the end and like and subscribe if you like my face, and maybe if you like my content as well. All right. So I'm going to start this off with a bit of an anecdote. When I was doing my master's degree in Babcock, I went for the PhD defense of a colleague, and right in the middle of her defense, the head of department goes, "This work looks really, really familiar." And then he ran it through Turnitin on his laptop, and it turns out it was plagiarized by over 74%, I believe. Yeah. And it was a whole kerfuffle, and she was told she's gonna have to rewrite the whole thing and all of that. Now, I remember this story when I had a conversation with my father a few days ago, who's a professor, and he said, and I quote, "The Nigerian Academia is dead." Is it? I don't know. I guess I'll explore that. But it got me thinking to the big plagiarism problem that we have going on. And I know this because my day job I freelance is being a research assistant. So I've had to assist with quite a number of research projects and papers for different teams and even individuals doing PhDs over the years, and I have encountered quite a lot of plagiarism. Now, the thing is, first of all, there's people who don't even know that they're plagiarizing when they plagiarize, but then there's willful plagiarism, which is very, very rampant. And I want to just discuss maybe one or two reasons. The first, and this is a challenge that I encountered myself while writing my own dissertation for my master's, is lack of access to resources. So a lot of Nigerian universities don't even bother subscribing to a lot of relevant databases that contain some of the best research papers that exist out there on the internet. So places like Elsevier and all of that. It's kind of disappointing. I only remembered one on the fly. I will edit some more in, but I promise I know research databases. But my point is, Nigerian universities don't subscribe to that. I think
Even when I did, yeah, even for my masters, I think there was just one that was subscribed to in Babcock, which is kind of sad that I've forgotten. But I will.
I JSTOR. Oh shit. Sorry. Yeah, we subscribed to JSTOR, so we had access to JSTOR at least, so we could use that. But just in general, there's not a lot of access to databases. So secondly, and as the research is going to show, there is quite a deficiency in manpower to examine or to adequately supervise students. So, like I think I mentioned earlier, my father is a professor, and 2 years ago, when we last spoke about this particular issue, he told me he was supervising
17 undergraduates, 5 master's degree students, and 3 PhD students. That's
in addition to administrative work that he had to do, plus just being a lecturer and going to class, marking scripts. When you have that kind of that much responsibility for the lecturers with very little separation, of course some things are going to slip through the cracks, and they're not going to bother to properly examine a lot of papers that come their way, and the result is that in the end you often have these less than good or suboptimal papers being published and all of that. And I was looking at the stats, and apparently over 60% of long essays written by undergraduates in Nigeria are plagiarized, and I'm sure those are the ones that have been examined. There is certainly way more than that are not adequately addressed. So what do we do about this? Because I promise to keep this under 5 minutes. I could go on and on because it's an issue that really bothers me. I think first of all, we need to develop rigorous academic policies, and it may seem a bit counterproductive because Nigeria is a country with often a lot of policies and very little implementation. But the issue is that a lot of times we don't even have that policy, especially in public schools where I did my undergraduate project. It didn't even come up as a thing to check for plagiarism. Now, when I did my master's in a private school, there was a policy in place, and it does work. I mean, not all the time, but people knowing that there is a chance they're going to check you off for plagiarism does serve as a deterrent to some extent, of course. Finally, we need to strengthen research infrastructure just in general, and it's not just the databases, although those will help significantly with access to more papers. We'll produce more quality papers. But just in general, we need more updated libraries. We need to facilitate research, and that's not a thing that is very adequately done in Nigeria, because research is a bit of an afterthought just in general. So a lot of these seem like a lot of generalization, and I probably should have done more research before making this video, and I probably would. But those are my thoughts on plagiarism in the Nigerian academia. It's something I intend to work on, as I go into academia eventually. I want to make money right now. Well, thank you for watching to the end. I hope I did keep you under 5 minutes. Please consider liking and subscribing. I know this is my first video of this nature, but I intend to make more of these. And I sing too sometimes. You check my shorts. So thank you very much for being here. Bye. I'll see you in another one. Hopefully, if I don't die. I'm not morbid like that. Bye.